Hi kids, this is Miss Charlotte back on Wednesday. Good morning, and how do you do? Good morning, I'm fine, how are you? Let's count to the day that today is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's April the 8th. There are 7 days. There are 7 days. There are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Very good. I hope you were singing with me. All right. It's time for me to read a book. I hope you like this one. Look at this. How does your garden grow? Looks like that little girl's garden grew pretty good, huh? Here's the front of the book, the back of the book, and the spine. All right, here we go. Here's our cover page. And the person who wrote this book, the author, is Patterson. And the illustrators are the people that do what? Color the pages, draw and color the pages. There was two ladies. One's name was Brenda Clark and the other one was Debbie Perna. Ooh, they can draw good, can't they? An earthworm was crawling along. Suddenly, the earth around him started to crack and crumble in a most alarming way. Hey, what's going on here? The earthworm asked himself. He wiggled his long pink body up through the soil to find out. Something was going on. What was it? See him there? Crawling around? Somebody's disturbing his earth. No wonder the earth was moving. Someone was digging with a spade. It was a girl. To the earthworm, she looked very big. Because, you know, the earthworm is down here, and he's pretty small, so she looked really big. The earthworm crawled to a safe corner of the garden. There he was joined by a caterpillar, an ant, and a snail. Do you see them over here? Here they are. Right there they are. They're probably wondering what's going on too. Now see this little boy? It said she had a spade. Well, he has got a hoe. That's what he's got. He's probably helping her dig it up too. The girl, whose name was Gailey, she dug, she hoed, and raked. Her little brother, Sebastian, helped her. This was the first time Gailey had ever made a garden of her very own. When the earth was ready, Gailey carefully planted some seed. Now, why they're doing all this digging is because the ground is hard in the winter. You know how the ground gets cold and it just kind of is hard and nobody's played in it all for a while. So they dig it up to get the dirt ready to plant. And there she goes. She's planting something. She's got some packets of seeds. And I've got some too today to show you. It's raining, said the snail. I'm going inside my shell to stay dry. Oh dear, said the caterpillar, crawling under a leaf at the edge of the garden. When my fuzz gets wet, I look like a worm. Oh. Don't be rude, said the earthworm. Look at all the things they're planting. Wow, they're going to have a big garden. Actually, the ant announced, it's not raining. That girl is watering the seeds to make them grow. When Gailey finished watering, she tried to roll up the hose. By mistake, she got all tangled up. That looks like something I might do. Later, a flock of birds flew into the garden. The earthworm was afraid of being eaten, so he hid in the soil. As you know, birds like to eat worms. But the sparrows ate only the seeds. So you know what? They had to scare those birds away, right? So, to frighten away the birds, Gailey and Sebastian made a scarecrow that fluttered in the breeze, and then the birds stayed away. See, they made it out of a broom, and they put a hat and these little pants that rattle when the wind blows. And it's got clothes on. So they want the birds to think there's a person down there and that you better not come down here. So it worked. It scared the birds away. Hooray! The radishes are up, shouted Gailey a few weeks later. But those are only green leaves, complained Sebastian. Where are the round red parts of it? The red parts are under the ground, said Gailey. They need a little more time to grow. See, on the radishes, they grow under the dirt. Can't see until you pull the leaves up. You can't see them. Later, Gailey dug up a radish just to see how big it was. You see, it's not very big, is it? The round red part was too tiny to eat, so she put the radish back into the ground and she packed the earth around it so it could grow some more. As the vegetables grew, so did the weeds. Some weeds were harder to pull out than others, but once Sebastian pulled one out, he toppled over, just missing the earthworm, the snail, the caterpillar, and the ant. Got to get those weeds out so they don't take over your plants. You want them to be able to grow. One day, Gailey discovered some little green bugs on the tomato plants. She went to her mother for advice. Those little green bugs, they're called aphids, Gailey's mother said. They're bad for plants. You don't want bugs eating your plants, do you? So they won't grow right. And what a peculiar smell, explained the ant after Gailey and her mother they were going to play a trick on those aphids. They planted some marigolds. See these flowers? They're so pretty and they smell really good to us. But the aphids don't like that smell. The little green bugs didn't like the marigold smell, so the aphids were gone. That's a good thing. You can plant those marigolds among your plants, and it'll make the bugs go away. It's a good idea. Good riddance to bad rubbish, said the earthworm. How dare you, said the ant. Some of my best friends are aphids. The argument grew so fierce that they didn't notice someone was coming. But Sebastian saw the stranger. He ran to Gailey and he said, "There's a tiger in your garden." You think that's a tiger? Sebastian's family knew he sometimes made things sound bigger than they were. But the family was careful just in case. There was no tiger in the garden, just a large ginger cat. Then came the day that Gailey picked many kinds of delicious fresh vegetables. For a while, the earthworm rode on the basket. Then Gailey saw him and put him on the ground. Look at all the vegetables. Wow, she and Sebastian did a great job. Now it's time to eat them. The earthworm wiggled back into the garden. As he got there, Gailey and her family gave 3 shouts. The earthworm thought they were cheering for him, but they were really cheering for Gailey and her wonderful garden. Hooray! Wow, I bet that was some good stuff. Looked good, doesn't it? Here's some pictures of a plant growing. You put the seed in there. under the ground. You make a hole and you put the seed in there. And then the roots roots go down and the plant goes up. So the roots are going down and the plant's coming up. It's coming up. And this one, whoa! Plants go up and the roots go down. Let me show you some seeds I bought. I went to the dollar store. I couldn't decide which ones to get, so I just got a bunch of them. Let's start with this one. This says pumpkin. Let's see what a pumpkin seed looks like. It's kind of fun seeing what the different seeds look like. I've got a bowl here to put them in so we can look at them. These are the pumpkin. You want to see? Can you see them? Hold this down so you can see them. There they are. Oops, there. Yep, those look like pumpkin seeds, doesn't it? Pumpkins. All right. Let's see what else we got. Those marigolds that the kids planted to scare away the ants and the other bugs because they didn't like the smell of it. Now this is what they're going to turn out to look like. So pretty. But guess what they start out looking like? This. Now that looks weird, doesn't it? See those? Little bitty black on one end and kind of beige on the other end. Here's just one. All right. So that's the marigolds. This was the pumpkin. Now let's see what we got. Oh, radishes. That was one of the things she planted. Remember, she pulled it up and it wasn't ready. It's too, oh my goodness. Look what these look like when you put them in the ground. Let me show you. Ooh, just little bitty round. See? Not what you would think they'd look like. Kind of hard to see, aren't they? There you go. So that's the radishes. So we've got pumpkin, we've got marigolds, and we've got radish. How about carrots? Carrots grow down like radishes. They grow down in the dirt, and you have to pull them up out of the dirt. Ooh, what you see in my hand? Oh wow! They're not little balls like those other ones, but they're really tiny, tiny, tiny. That's the carrot. Now we have, these are cucumbers that make pickles. Oh, look at these. I'll get it right in a minute. There we go. That's cucumber seeds. Like when you're cutting into a cucumber. Looks just like it, doesn't it? Alright, we'll do one more. We'll do the, I'm going to do the onion. Look at that. Wow. Not what you'd expect. This looks like. Look at that. Little black dots. Wow, that's onion. Isn't that odd how that turns into an cool though. Alright, let's move these out of the way because I wanted to talk to you about caterpillars, butterflies. You know, a caterpillar, it comes from an egg, comes out of an egg, and then it looks like this, like what we're used to seeing a caterpillar look like. And they're hungry after they get out of the egg. They eat and they eat and they eat and they eat till they get really fat. And then they hang upside down on a twig or a leaf, and they spin themselves into this silky casing. It's called a cocoon. And here, let's turn it like this. The leaf's upside. And then they live in there for a while, and while they're in there, they're transforming into something else. They're turning into something else. And what they're turning into is what? A butterfly. It's coming out. It's coming out. Look, isn't that pretty? So pretty. So it starts before it's a butterfly. It's a caterpillar. I made some caterpillars. I wanted to show them to you. And if you have some pom-poms at your house like this, you can make some too. If you don't have pom-poms, you know what you could make it out of? Paper. Because I made one out of paper too. Look. I just got different colors of paper, or you could get some paper and color it, or make it all the same color. It doesn't really matter. And I just hooked them together, glued them together, put some eyes on there, and put some antennas. You could curl them if you wanted to, or leave them straight, whichever way you want to do it. So I made one out of paper with different sections. You can put them on a clothespin. See this clothespin? They're easier to handle. They're on a clothespin. You can even still open the clothespin, huh? That one turned out kind of cute. Then here's a little one. I like this one. It's little pom-poms. That turned out cute. And here's bigger pom-poms. It's heavier because the pom-poms are bigger, so it's most likely going to fall and break on you than the little ones. The little ones are light. These are kind of heavy. And I put some little antennas on those too. See? Cute. And that's all I made, except I'm just going to see if we could make one together. Here's pom-pom, some glue. You stick them together like that. Put you some more glue. That one together. You can do as many as you want to. Let's see, that was green, so we'll do an orange one. It's looking good. Let's just add maybe one more. How about a yellow one? There we go. Let me see if I can get some eyes on here. Turn you around. I don't guess it matters, but I'm going to put, there's some glue. Here's some glue. Here's my eyeball. There. And there. Now you can't play with it as soon as you make it, because you're going to have to let the glue dry, even with the paper one. But that's how you make it. That was fun. See you tomorrow. Bye.